You better hold on because I'll tell you who's coming. I'm about to come, actually, all over the place.
Oh, God.
No,
Jesus
seriously.
Christ, man. Horny hour right away tonight.
But this is how we
you
have
just got
to.
a Tinder match. So.
This is how. Yeah, I did just get a Tinder match, and that's probably not going to go so well now, is
yes,
it?
you did.
But
Can I see?
but welcome into From the Nosebleeds. I'm Seamus Doyle here with Patrick O'Leary, Vince Lobiondo, and Taylor,
What's his name?
who is interested in my sex life. And that's a really it's like a funny thing that Taylor's interested in my sex life.
I feel like that's a consistent thing.
Taylor,
new.
He just wants the best for you.
but basically the reason why we came into Sam and Dave's Hold On I'm Coming is because we just got an announcement by Phillies manager Rob Thompson, and he was speaking to the press. The fake news is what he was speaking to the fake news media. No, I'm just kidding. He was
woke media.
He was speaking to the likes of Alex Coffey, Jim Salisbury, Todd Zalecki, and many others, countless others.
Has Dan Baker said his name before?
if Dan Baker
no way
ever
Dan
said,
Baker's ever
Todd,
said-
ladies and gentlemen, throwing out our ceremonial first pitch from MLB.com, Todd Zalecki.
I would love,
Junior.
I just like to imagine Dan Baker does that voice like when he's like at home,
I-
like telling his kids like take out the trash.
Well, I mean,
Please exit left of the house
I use the more
to
explicit
put the
example.
trash in the cans.
Like if he's making love to the wife,
Oh, come
right? And he's
That's
and,
James' favorite
and
bit.
he's whispering sweet nothings into Mrs. Baker's ear.
on. Dude, stop. The last time we talked
How-
about like a athlete adjacent sex life, he died.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not wishing.
R.I.P. Bill Russell.
But now this is your problem because if Dan, never mind. But I'm just saying, like,
Put
You
that
can't
out
even
there.
bring yourself to say it.
if he's whispering sweet nothings into his wife's ear,
Mrs. Baker, presumably.
like how's he doing? Like how like that? Like
Whoa, what? What?
that's, I don't know.
What the fuck
Like
was
it's just
that?
is this just an act?
Ah!
Like I often wonder what Harry Callis would do. Like
What, he's like a ravenous
Our
dog?
thoughts.
hey baby, there's a long.
Hey, baby, is your daddy home?
Wait, so Harry Callis is now covering Bruce? What
Yes,
is
of course.
happening?
That would
This
be the
show's
happiest
off
thing
the
Hey,
in the world.
rails.
little girl, is your
Oh.
daddy home?
So anyway, all that to say, Bryce Harper is going to be activated from the 60-day disabled list tomorrow. He's been out since mid-June. However, the Phillies have stayed afloat, for lack of a better phrase. Taylor, the Philadelphia Phillies are 20 games over the 500 mark. since
Bryce is
Bryce
going to
Harper.
ruin everything. Just wait.
And you're basing that on what?
They weren't good with him. Or they were good without him.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they were good without him because they're a good team. And it was the next man up mentality.
It's called Ewing theory.
Yeah,
We went over this.
Ewing and meing and heing and sheing are all probably things. But I'm talking about Bryce Harper.
Don't forget about theying.
Yeah, and theiring. But Vince, don't you think with Bryce Harper's return, they played well, right? They played 20 games over 500 ball. Yeah, a lot, like easy schedule, right, for the most part. Bryce Harper coming back into this lineup with Nick Castellanos swinging the bat that he's swinging, 14-game hitting streak.
He's been on fire.
JT Realmuto is on absolute fire. Alec Boehm just can't stop hitting.
Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott is starting to find consistency at the plate.
Bryson-
I really thought
Bryson's-
he had that walk-off
Dude,
homer.
he's been showing some pop
too.
hits that just haven't gotten out of the park. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But don't you think that with Harper's activation tomorrow, that lengthens your lineup clearly?
Oh,
abs-
my God.
Absolutely. Like I think what Taylor said. I know he's joking a little bit with Ewing theory, or maybe he's serious. But
I don't know what that is.
It's basically saying like I think Patrick Ewing was out, and then the team was really good. And when he came back, they fell
They
off.
made the
Are you
finals.
comparing Bryce Harper to Patrick
you're-
Ewing?
It's
No,
a theory.
He's saying that sometimes when teams play better when their star player goes down, and then when they come back, they stop playing.
I
so well.
understand where
like
he's
John
going.
Morant.
Yeah, I know, but that's like more or less conspiratorial.
I was gonna say, I
mean,
think
this
that's-
is an info wars.
That might be more prevalent in a sport like basketball, where chemistry is like way more of a thing than in baseball.
It's funny you say that because I was horrible at chemistry at Roman Catholic, so maybe that's why that didn't like transition into the basketball career that I've always wanted.
Back to the question you asked, like all you're doing is inserting like one of the best hitters in baseball back in your lineup. I don't see how that does anything except for make you better.
Now, as far as expectations go for this team, and Taylor, you can kindly leave.
And you
if
finally
want.
got Schwarber back, by the way, too.
Yeah, you got
That's
Schwarber
huge.
back, who had a big home run tonight after scuffling early in the series against the lowly Reds. But in all seriousness, you have the Pirates coming up, which, they stink.
They're
Like,
horrible.
if we're
They're
being
terrible.
honest, they are horrendous. And if the Phillies hang on tonight, there will
Booty.
be 6-1 or 7-1 against the Reds this year. What's that, Taylor?
Mhm.
I said, are they booty?
I mean,
They are.
I mean,
Are.
oh, I get it. That's cute.
You didn't get that right away.
That's so cute, dude. Cut
He's
that.
just mad because he doesn't get
Cut
it.
No, I just feel like I'm being interrupted by Taylor. And Taylor, by the way, is a Houston
You spilled your
Astros
beans.
fan. You're a Houston Astros, Miami Marlins
Is that a
stan.
Lighthouse reference?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
You know what, Taylor?
Avant-garde movies.
That
yeah.
movie is
I'm gonna speak.
sick.
I'm gonna speak to your higher ups, and this may be your last.
You're speaking to him.
Well, whoever's higher than you, and
It doesn't get much.
which me
Taylor
right
is
now,
our
maybe.
god.
No, but seriously, dude, I just want you to know that
Seamus been hitting the,
The
dap
Pirates
end
are
hard
booty.
today.
I don't appreciate. Why'd you say it like that? I just don't appreciate you interfering in my Phillies talk because you bring nothing to the table
Yes.
except for ignorance and animosity.
Bliss.
Yes.
And so Vince,
Seamus, you should be relishing in the fact more that it looks like you're going to be right. You've
well,
proven
I've relished. I ketchup. I fried onions. I've done everything to beat this thing into the ground.
What about Pickles?
I always said that the Phillies would be in it. I've always said that. As soon as they signed Schwarber and Castellanos, I was like, this is clearly a better team. Castellanos struggled all season until now. Schwarber struggled for the first month. Now he has 35 home runs. I mean, the second most in the majors. Or Paul Goldschmidt might have gotten that, tied him today because he did his two.
he's crazy.
Yeah,
He's on a
going
different.
fucking nuts.
He's on a different planet. And by the way, if there's any PED tests that should be randomly
Well, that's
taken
for
by people,
Pujols.
it should definitely be for Yadier Molina. He might be sneakily.
Speaking of Albert Pujols, shout out to Pat Doyle, Seamus's brother, because he
Why?
pointed out that when Kyle Schwarber choked in the home run derby, ever since that happened, Pujols has been playing pretty fucking good.
Yeah, he's been playing great, and I remember a lot of the people in our friend group were shitting on Kyle Schwarber's performance in the home run derby,
I mean, it was bad.
and it's very insane. I mean, this caused mass confusion.
No, cease.
When all I said was it's the home run derby, nobody gives a shit.
Right, but in the confines of the home run derby, that essentially means nothing. He did do bad.
I mean,
Doesn't mean
you
he is
can't.
bad.
You literally can't do bad in a home run derby.
He was hitting grounders.
It's for fun. It's a fun thing to do. Anyway, I'm not getting back into this rabbit hole. I mean, dude,
beer pong is
What
fun.
is? Yeah. What is that logic?
listen, Vince. We're not going to go back down into
No,
your
it's fine.
conspiracies, because I just can't afford to do it. But we also got some horrific news today, which I think is going to severely impact the team in a negative way, Taylor. So you can pay attention.
Oh boy.
Our ace, Taylor. Are you familiar with the name Zach Wheeler?
Zachary Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Zach Wheelers.
Wheeler and Dealer.
Yes, Wheeler and Dealer. That's correct. He was placed on the 15-day injured list with,
What does
some
that
sort
mean?
of
Forearm
inflammation.
tendonitis.
Yeah.
It's basically a bruise.
Well, I mean, that's what Sean says, who's our friend. But I mean, I really don't think that that's what it is.
After talking to somebody who pitched for years, he said basically the same.
Yeah, but I don't trust
So-
your sources. They probably pitched in Havertown. Nobody cares.
No, they
about
pitched to
Havertown.
JMU.
Nah, don't believe you. But anyway, so Wheeler's hurt, and the reason why I'm getting so defensive is because
But he knows Brandon Marsh.
Because you're deeply insecure.
no, it's because this same kid who's a physical therapist, not even a physical therapist, he's still in school, kept saying, kept trying to undermine the severeness of his injury as if he's still not going to be out for the duration, even if he was more severely injured.
I mean, it'll be 10 days. He'll only miss.
15.
Yeah, but it does. Not everyone on that list misses 15 days.
I know. I'm just saying.
It might only be 2 starts he misses, maybe 3.
But that's
literally exactly
that
what
is-
Dombrowski and Thompson said.
But that's literally devastating to a team that's severely lacking.
I
in
mean, has
rotational
Zach
depth.
Wheeler been pitching great
Yes, the entire
Recently,
season.
no.
This
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
the
say
entire
recently,
season.
no.
He's had 2 bad starts.
in a
In a
row?
row, yeah.
Yeah, 2 bad starts. But the
I
entire
thought the
year,
team was loaded.
the entire year he's
Pitching,
been pitching,
they're mound pitching.
but he's been pitching very well the entire
Yeah,
season.
I'm just saying the last 2. I'm not saying he's bad, Seamus. Relax.
Well, clearly he isn't, but I guess that it's because of his injury. That's
Oh,
why.
so now you're just gonna put a crutch for him?
I mean, dude, he got put on the injured list. And
Yeah,
everyone-
but I mean, you're just
by the
giving
way,
him an excuse
people
now.
don't get put on injured lists for bruises. So I mean, that kid is
But-
totally wrong.
But you're just giving him an excuse now.
Yeah, I know, but I think they're in a bit of trouble though. I think they're in a serious amount of trouble.
I think this is
Oh.
the perfect time to do it. I mean, you have the
Pitching
easiest, the
Pitching
easiest.
wise, they're in trouble. I think their offense is
Right.
still going to carry them.
What Pat's about to say is the truth here. At least you're going through a stretch of very, very bad teams.
Yeah, but at
It's
this,
the perfect time to do it.
I
If he's
guess.
missing 2 starts, he's missing one thing. It's Pirates.
you got to go Bailey
And-
Falter.
He
Oh
stinks.
my
That's going to be
God.
hysterical. Honestly, I'm kind of
Yeah,
looking forward.
And you're
to
going
it.
to have Christopher Sanchez probably
He looked good.
make a start. Yeah, but I mean, it is Is that like
It's not ideal, but I
maintainable?
mean, he looked good, did he not?
Yeah, he did, and he's looked good all year in flashes. But I mean,
if you're playing against a shitty team, who the fuck cares? Like your offense should be able to get you enough runs to let a somewhat decent pitcher like.
But the good thing
Day
is
through a
Nola
game.
apparently has been throwing a nice game tonight again.
Mhm.
So it was good for him to bounce back after a couple of rough starts for him.
Nola or Yesla?
Yesla, always on
Tesla?
Nola.
Nikola Tesla?
Aaron Nola is one of the most underappreciated athletes in this city.
Well, I think the thing is,
no, he definitely is. He's been our ace since
he's not
2015.
an ace.
He's a number 2 guy.
That doesn't make him an ace, yeah.
But I mean, he is ace. He's an ace on a lot of other teams. He's an ace on 20
We
teams.
literally in Philly have the notion of the nickname September Nola because of how bad he plays
down the
matters.
stretch. Yeah,
Yeah.
He explodes.
And like,
And he sucks in big games.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not necessarily
listen.
true.
Is Aaron Nola?
You said it the other day.
It seems like he does, but it's not true. I mean, it's not.
He's also never pitched in the playoffs.
He's certainly.
so,
Look, I can say with confidence.
How is that his fault?
No. I'm just saying. So we don't know what he's going to be like because obviously we've seen him in big games, and honestly, he's shrunk in big games.
Yeah,
You can-
sometimes. I mean, you
Most
can
of the
make the argument.
Majority of the time.
You can make the argument for a lot of the hitters too, who have literally the entire season have not come through in big games.
Why are you being extra Philly shill tonight?
Because, dude,
Like it feels extra, no?
it's not extra.
Yeah, he feels like very angry about it. I think he's just upset about Wheeler.
No, I'm just saying, people don't know what they're talking.
He doesn't want to lose his.
And
bet
when they
with
say
John.
that Aaron Nola is not appreciated, they should probably listen.
I mean, I think Aaron Nola's appreciated the right amount. He's not great,
but I just think he's been very underrated his entire time here.
I mean, I think
I don't
right
know
now
about
he's
that.
perfectly rated.
He's gone through so many ups and downs here. It's not.
But I mean, not
he's like the
really.
Reese
He had
Hoskins
one
of
bad
pitching.
year.
Yeah.
No, he really is.
He really is.
He had one bad year. Last year was his worst year ever.
I would say he had like 2 bad years.
Yeah,
in a row.
2 or 3.
No, he had one bad year.
All right, we disagree.
Go look at his numbers. I'm not arguing Aaron Nola with you. I'm just saying he's been our ace for years.
I don't think he's an ace.
I
I think he was an ace 1 year.
No, that's not true though. Like, how long have we had Wheeler?
Seamus, just because he's the best pitcher on your team doesn't make him an ace.
I don't know.
He was the best pitcher on the Phillies, and I forget which year exactly it was, but he was great. And then the rest of the years he was meh.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
In my opinion,
he only had one bad year, and that's a pretty common fact. But I just think he's underappreciated.
That's fair.
Yeah, because dude, don't you need to trust like one of your like number 1 guys, and he's like a 1B guy. He's not a 2. He's not a 3.
I'd say he's a 2.
But like you need him like in a wild card
On a
series.
team with a respectable rotation, Aaron Nola is easily a 2 or a 3.
He's probably a 2.
Yeah, I would say pretty solidly a 2 or even a 3.
But if this thing with Wheeler is longer, and by the way, the Phillies have a history of lying to us about injured players. Like with Eflin, they just said, "Oh, he's going to be coming back soon," and then he was placed on the DL like a day later.
It's a Philadelphia tradition.
Yeah,
that's
let's
true.
be real.
Like
That's
the
true.
Sixers. I mean, the Eagles don't really have issues with that.
I don't know about that. A couple of years ago,
Their medical staff was never like heavily scrutinized.
the Eagles.
Dude, there was
Yeah.
years where like the entirety of the roster was getting
Yeah,
hurt.
Yeah, no, I know, but I don't think that people came in to question the medical staff
No,
as
they
much as
did.
like
Bro,
the Eagles
people
or the
wanted the
Sixers
medical
did.
staff completely like fired.
yeah.
Because like
They
the
wanted
Eagles,
it switched away completely.
Dude,
yeah.
there was a
I don't
couple
remember
years.
that.
There was a couple years in that stretch, like I think maybe right after we won the Super Bowl, where like 2018, 2019,
because
the
they were
whole
saying
roster
Doug was
hurt.
having them practice too long.
Yeah,
Which I mean, he was doing like hour and a half practices.
But-
So they
something
were
like that.
blaming it on the head coach.
the whole like medical staff thing is definitely a Philadelphia issue as far as the Sixers.
Well, because it's all the med staff's the same.
yeah,
But why
Like-
do you think that is though? Like what? Like why isn't there like a change?
who knows?
Because they have long-term contracts
Yeah.
with these companies.
But they can't like get fired, not as easily, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot more like bullshit and walking through.
But
a
I'm
bunch
sure
of
like other
fucking
cities
red
have like
tape.
similar issues.
Yeah, probably.
But it is weird though with like all 3 of I don't know about the Flyers. I couldn't tell you anything about the Flyers. But like all 3 of our normal sports teams, they always have like some phase of like going through like questionable medical staffs. Like everyone's getting injured. I mean, the whole Sixers disaster with like one of their guys almost killing somebody with an allergy. That's bizarre.
Zaire Smith.
Like, how do you let
RIP.
that happen?
Who knows?
I-
It's one of the biggest enigmas that ever, honestly.
So speaking of football and horrible like medical staffs,
What a transition.
nah, but the Eagles ended their preseason practices today. But why do they take like 3 weeks off?
Honestly,
Like that's the
'Cause it's
weirdest.
football.
Yeah, but that's so weird, isn't
violent.
it?
Need a little break.
so.
No,
Listen,
I know,
that,
but like, don't you want to be fresh, like going into week 1?
I mean, they're still gonna be working out.
That-
It's not like they're not.
what
gonna be
you're
working
saying
out the whole
opens up
time.
the debate that people have been having about Sirianni and about like his practices and if if you like the shorter and like less practices or more. And listen, it opens up a good debate but in my opinion, I'm on the side of I like what Sirianni's doing, because when you look at last year, injuries were not a problem, like really whatsoever. But like me and Pat were just talking about, you go back a couple years to after the Super Bowl during Doug's run, and he did have them practice harder, longer, and more often. And the whole team was going down by week 8. Like half the roster's hurt. And like, listen, I would say this, the one thing I am worried about with less practices is maybe like a little sloppier in weeks 1 and 2 with like penalties. But I don't
Which
doubt
was a big
that
issue last year.
it was. But I still don't doubt that the guys will be ready like athletically and like mentally.
Also last year though, you had an O-line, especially the O-line was getting called a lot. You had an O-line that hadn't really been together at all. You had Melata, who was just starting out.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of guys on that O-line that weren't necessarily like veterans by
And
any
then
sense of
Derek
the
Barnett
word.
on the other side of the ball, getting a penalty on every drive.
Somebody called
Jerk
into
off.
sports radio today and said something along the lines of, like, I'm really excited for the Eagles season. Jalen finally has weapons. The defense looks good. And then he goes, I'm a little concerned about Jordan Davis, though. And the host literally
Was it
said,
Vince Quinn?
No. But the host literally said, dude, why would you be, like, out of everybody on the Eagles roster, why would you be concerned about Jordan
Davis? He's looked like the best.
He's a monster.
He's looked phenomenal.
Dude, I can't wait to watch him play.
I can't wait to watch him and Fletch line up next to each other.
Oh my God.
That is going to be an absolute fucking menace.
That's going to be a menace, Taylor.
Like the two of them
I'm
barreling
in.
down on a
I'm in,
quarterback.
baby.
Wait, all right, so
Oh.
you're in on the Birds this year.
Yes.
So you've been brainwashed by Bell and the Birdmen.
No, once they made the A.G. Brown move, that changed it.
Oh, so that's when you hopped on?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
You weren't on before?
I would also like
no, Taylor's not a fan of anything
since I'm like a
except for the Marlins and the
Astros.
Oilers or whatever.
No, Steely Dan.
Astros.
since I'm like
That's true.
I'm like the resident Howie.
He's a fan of dirty work.
I'm like the resident Howie Roseman stan. I also got a
Yes,
shout
you
out.
are.
He-
You're a sycophant.
He essentially traded J.J. Arcega-Whiteside for a 7th and a 6th round
Yeah,
pick. so-
second rounder for a 7th and a 6th, dude. Come on.
Yeah, that was terrible. I mean, that's one of the worst
I'm
moves
just-
I've ever seen.
Wait, what? No, the
Howie is.
No, I know. He actually did a
he
good job with
flipped
that.
a guy
Considering-
who is like fucking terrible into basically 2 draft picks.
Yeah, I
Considering
mean,
the
that's pretty
Cowboys
good.
traded Amari Cooper for like a 5th round and a 6th
Yeah.
round pick,
So
and he got a 6th and a 7th for J-Jaw, that's like
Listen,
kind of absurd.
J-Jaw, I've said it a million times.
And he should have gotten
I
he should have gotten Amari
why are
Cooper.
you laughing in my face?
Because he should have gotten Amari Cooper.
I
dude.
know he
I
should've
scream
gone.
into the.
I like Amari.
I'm laughing because I know Vince is going to be mad if I just start shitting on Howie right
Oh.
now.
Right fielder Amari
I was gonna say,
Cooper.
as far as the J-Jaw thing goes, I've said it a million times. That pick is not as bad as people make it out to be.
Now, speaking
People
of Howie
passed on
Roseman,
DK, not just us. He
your
was hurt.
point's well taken. All right, and I agree with you almost. But speaking of Howie Roseman, what do you think about a potential Dillard trade? Would you do
I would
it?
love that.
Not
Why?
to the Cowboys.
But I was going to say.
No,
to
yeah,
the-
fuck that.
Yeah, but that's the only place
you don't
he's
want to
going
help
to
out
get
a division rival.
That's
like,
the only
straight
place
up.
he's going
Yeah,
to
no, they
get
keep
dealt.
him.
Then they better give us fucking CD if they really want Dillard.
They're not going to give you him, and
I
and,
know.
and they're not going to give you the running back
Parsons?
either. No, the other one.
Pollard.
No,
Pollard.
Being realistic,
that would be awesome.
keep him. I don't want him. I don't want him to go to the Cowboys.
You can't trade him to Dallas.
if you can't give him to anybody else, keep him.
I listen. Everything I've been hearing from
But I
camp.
think depth at that position is like very important.
Yeah, I completely agree. And everything I've been hearing from camp is that if Jordan Mailata hadn't turned out as good as he was, like Dillard has been playing much better and he's gotten better, which is like, he didn't turn out to be a complete bust, but like we just got a guy in a late round pick that was basically like a gamble that ended up being amazing.
Mhm.
But like, no, I don't want him on the Cowboys. That's helping them.
Yeah,
they're
but
not going to give you enough.
it's
to,
weird.
like,
I think a lot of people are
mitigate
torn
that.
on it, and to me that doesn't make
No.
sense.
Yeah,
it's like you
no,
can't.
never want to help out.
Why would you want to make the Cowboys a
Well,
better
also
team?
because he kind of
And that's their
sucks.
biggest weakness right now.
Oh, I know, but Dillard kind of is like unrefined in a sense. He kind
Yeah,
of
sure.
sucks. He gets penalties, like so. Maybe it's just like an underhanded move by Howie, and he's just trying to fuck the Cowboys over, low-key.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's a lot of upside.
Listen, I've heard
in
No, I
Dillard,
Dillard
know.
looks better.
but that would be
No,
like
he
a
has, he has.
masterclass by Howie. If he just turned out to be garbage, but Howie already knew that he was just going to be terrible and like a penalties machine and like probably smell like shit or something like that. I mean, Howie's got some foresight.
No trades to the Cowboys, man. What
No,
does
I
Dillard
100%
really
agree.
get?
Now,
in
would you
return?
trade Miles
Unless they're giving
Sanders
us,
to the Cowboys?
unless they're giving us a first-round pick to
Exactly.
steal from the Giants.
Oh, the Giants are going to be good. They look good.
Dude, they're going to be
I was
terrible.
reading a lot of
Giants are
I
gonna
was
be
reading a
absolute
lot of
dog shit.
I was reading a lot of reports out of their camp. I'm telling you, they're going to surprise some people.
They're going to be hard.
Wait, what have you read?
I don't know. I just read some stuff on the internet. No, but seriously, I didn't read anything about the Giants.
Exactly.
You think I care about
They're
the
gonna.
Giants?
They might be like.
I'm a Jets fan.
They might be a bottom 2 team in the whole NFL.
Now, who do you think is going to finish with the worst record?
Probably Chicago.
No, I'm saying out of the
he was
following
about to give us
options.
options.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, bro! Chicago wasn't even an option.
My bad.
Which New York team?
Well, that's actually a good one.
That's a good one because it's kind of like a race to the shit creek.
Well,
mountain.
because the Jets don't even like have a starting quarterback right now, depending on when they get back Zach Wilson, like that's kind of up in the air.
No,
right now.
I'm going the exact opposite reason. I'm saying the Jets because I think Joe Flacco is better than
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco's been looking good.
Yeah, Flacco.
The most elite
Flacco's.
quarterback.
You know what? This city is a disgrace for letting that guy go.
I literally think
We got 2 picks out of it.
No, he could have been a great guy.
I literally think
Coulda had
he's
his statue.
better than what's his name, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is
Flacco. You're saying?
Yeah,
They should have
he
never
is
got rid of
so
Flacco.
bad, dude. So I'm gonna go Jets. I think the Jets will be better.
So you think the Jets are going to be better?
Not like
Like monumentally better? Or?
no. The Jets will still finish under 500.
And the Giants just have people tearing ACLs left and right.
The
right
Giants-
now, so.
Dude, you have to also realize like the
I mean,
Giants,
Michael Strahan was on that team.
he was. Yeah, he was like 10
That's
years
the
ago.
last time
Be-
Seamus watched the Giants.
Before he killed Regis. I mean, took over for Regis.
What was it? Oh, the
Regis
Giants
is dead, by the way.
The Giants' best offensive weapon is like a threat to like pull a hammy like any week or because listen, Saquon Barkley has potential to get comeback player of the year this year.
I would draft him number 1
ba-
overall.
No.
Fairness,
Listen, just based off the workload, he could be poised for a big year, but like he's just an injury threat.
That's true. Just like Christian
Christian
McCaffrey.
yeah.
Yep.
But
So-
McCaffrey might have a phenomenal. I think that team's going to be good.
The Panthers?
Yeah.
You're on crack.
I
Yeah,
think the Panthers look good.
Baker
have a
Mayfield
bad-
is not that good.
Baker's that guy.
Their defense isn't that good.
Baker's the truth.
Their offense, their best
Didn't
receiver.
Bell-
Matt
DJ
Corral,
Moore.
baby.
Their
Didn't
second
the
best
Birdman
receiver is Robbie
advocate for
Anderson.
getting that guy?
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Who?
Didn't like one of the guys advocate for it?
What?
On the Birdman? Didn't you hear what I just said?
Are you good?
I didn't know who was saying
Anyway,
they
Vince, I
wanted it.
think the Giants are going to finish with a
Nobody
better record.
said that.
You do?
Yeah, because Michael Strahan's bottom.
Can we also acknowledge that the NFL is rigged? Like
What?
look at-
Well,
hold
wait,
on,
hold
hold
on,
on,
hold on.
let me finish my
The
point.
NFL is rigged.
Before you go there, I do think actually the Giants will be better because they play in a shittier division.
Yeah, but Gabe
Fair.
Kapler's not going to.
Because if you're in a division with the Pats, the Dolphins, who are poised to be pretty fucking good,
now
this
they're
year,
all
it
sick
looks.
with the stomach virus.
Yeah, right now. But no, I think you're honestly like they're in a division where it's a lot better than ours. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants finish better solely because.
But I
of
mean,
that.
I also think the Giants are like they might be in a worse division, but like they're by far the worst team. Like I don't think the Giants are
That's
winning
true.
many games in our division. We'll probably sweep them. The Cowboys will probably sweep them.
What about the
And what are
Commanders?
they probably beat the
the
Commanders.
Commanders
But
I don't know.
I was
Carson
gonna say,
Wentz,
Ted-
big year.
with leader Carson Wentz.
Week 1, you got Baker Mayfield going back to the Browns, and then Deshaun Watson's first game off suspension, he plays the Texans. Like it's fucking rigged.
Oh, yeah.
It's
dude.
that in that sense, it's rigged.
I remember the one year I literally, obviously I don't actually think the NFL is rigged, but there was the one year where they had
Yes,
the
you do.
Visa MasterCard commercials that were like Super Bowl themed, and it was the year the 49ers and the Ravens went to the bowl, and the 2 commercials Visa put out before the season were the 49ers and the Ravens, and I was like, holy shit,
Real.
the NFL's fucking rigged.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
rigged by big credit card.
You know, sometimes I often like ponder these things. Like I'm not like so far like I'm not like a 9/11
but-
truther, but
How much of that do you think went into Deshaun Watson's suspension? They were like, all right, like 11 weeks sounds good because he'll be able to come back and play.
They're not
First
missing out on
game.
that money. Yeah. I mean,
Also, how about Jacoby Brissett? Did you see that?
that was
They-
hysterical.
was he was
reporter-
on the Red Sox, right? Oh no,
Yeah.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
No, yeah,
Sorry.
wrong Jacoby.
Too many.
No,
Jacoby.
but
And then Jacoby Jones.
the backup quarterback of the Browns, they were like, how hard is it to try not to be Deshaun out there? And he was like, it's very easy for me not to be Deshaun Watson.
That was a great quote.
Dude, like how?
That could be taken so many
do you
ways.
think he meant it in the whole like I'm not a predator thing?
I
or-
genuinely don't.
I don't
know
think so
how he meant
because
it.
Jacoby Brissett doesn't strike me as a very smart guy just from years and years of watching him
Yeah,
play.
he's kind of got like the frat guy, like stoner vibe.
What?
Sort of.
No.
What?
No.
Do you even know who Jacoby Brissett is?
I dabble. I dabbled in the Jacoby. Yeah, I know who he is.
Former starter for
Former
the Colts.
starter for the Colts, of course.
After Andrew Luck
After
retired.
Andrew Luck, decided to quit because his head hurt. But what he did to that fan base was disgraceful.
Oh, stop
You're
it.
horrific on the NFL today.
I'm joking. I'm just, I'm grabbing.
You're
for
just
air.
goofing.
I'm just goofing.
Just
Wait,
riffing, baby.
Speaking while we're on
I'm
like
just a
NFL,
grifter.
Do you know that reference? Just
Yeah,
riffing,
yeah.
baby.
It's from Trump and Rudy Giuliani. Two grifters.
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey, who's the Mets fan.
While we're on the topic
Is
of like
he?
NFL news,
Hell yeah.
did you guys see Miles?
Oh,
Or not,
yeah.
I was about to say Miles Garrett, Aaron Donald swinging helmets at the. First of all, I just want to say who
He should
who-
go to jail. For
No. Hold on. Who at the NFL or whoever's
Like,
I don't know who's
people.
I don't know who schedules joint practices, but who the fuck thought that scheduling a Super Bowl rematch joint practice was a good idea? Like, are we surprised a fight broke out?
No,
Like,
not
at all.
Not
Like,
at all. There's
don't get-
still
I am-
bad feelings.
I am
I'm
surprised that
surprised.
Aaron Donald like
They're
was-
all adults.
listen-
I'm surprised.
I was
They're not
surpri-
adults,
I'm-
Taylor. They're professional athletes.
I was surprised Aaron Donald
Road
was
rage
dual
professional.
wielding helmets and swinging them around. But however, like no shit, emotions
He was
are.
out there, he was out there like fucking Darth Vader.
No,
with
like,
the
literally.
duel.
Of
Now-
course,
now, Vince,
emotions
what's
are going to be
going on
high.
with the suspensions. Do you think he should be suspended for going
I mean,
killing
dude,
people?
I don't think he's gonna be, but like Miles Garrett has to be pissed if he doesn't.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
am I wrong? Like,
But it's
that was
also
worse.
it's not on national TV.
That's
It's
why he's not gonna
a-
get
didn't he
suspended.
like
Yeah.
swing helmets at people's heads?
Well, yeah, he did.
Isn't that like attempted murder?
Aaron Donald's was. If you watch it, it was worse than what Miles Garrett.
But like, why, dude? He's on
So
top of the world right now.
I
Why
told
does
you,
he have to beat the shit
this
out
was
of
a-
people?
this was a dumb scheduling idea by whoever did this.
No,
Because
I don't think you should
do
blame the league for Aaron Donald almost murdering
that.
people.
No, I'm just saying like that's basically like setting up for a fight at these practices.
I agree. There's bad vibes. I mean, it's,
Dude,
you know.
I don't know why they do these joint practices to begin with. There's a fight at every one.
But why is Aaron
Like-
Donald upset that he won the Super Bowl? Like,
No,
I'm
he's
like,
no, because I'm sure the Bengals were probably talking shit, taking
probably.
cheap shots, like trying to, because they lost Super Bowl last year.
Now-
They probably are still
know.
upset.
Now, if Joe Burrow, absorbed the blow from one of the 3 helmets that he was
Well, he wasn't
wielding,
playing, but I'm sure that.
I'm just saying, I think that would have done some damage to that little guy. I mean, I really do. I don't know if it would have ended too well.
like as far as the joint practices go, I've been watching Hard Knocks, which has been electric just because Dan Campbell is the fucking man. But like, they had a joint practice or 2 joint practices with the Colts, and as you know, like in real life they fought. So like leading up to Hard Knocks, I was like, wow, I can't wait to watch that. And it's very funny because Dan Campbell was in the locker room like, no fights, no fights, no fights, and then the entire practice is just the Lions players talking shit and instigating fights. And like that's just what happens at all these joint practices. I don't get the point of them.
can you
It's,
I
imagine-
don't get it.
entertaining.
Like, for
Yeah, it's
example,
But
that,
they
but it's
don't
also-
they don't live stream them. They
Yeah.
don't show them anywhere.
Fans are there.
Yeah,
How many
and it's
fans are
also
going?
like it's just the fact
We're
of being
talking
able to-
about it.
Well, because
You're
I
talking about practice.
but I'm talking about
What are we
Practice.
talking about?
I'm talking
Talking
about
about
it because I
practice?
think it's pointless.
I'm an all-star player. I don't need no practice.
Now, Vince.
But
and-
you were just talking about the Aaron Donald thing.
Yeah, and
too.
that should show why this shouldn't happen because things like that happen.
speaking to
No,
your
but they
point,
do it because it's
people
literally
talk about it.
that. But it's also all of preseason. You're just facing off against your own team, and they just want to.
That's
They
what
want to
preseason
start.
games are for.
Yeah, but like still,
But
like,
Vince,
why
to
not
your
do joint
point,
practices?
I'm actually on your. I'm on your side. Okay, for once. No, I'm joking. No, I am on your side though. Like for example, we all 3 of us have played football, right? In
No.
grade school at least.
No,
Well, all 2 of us have played football in grade school. And like, can you imagine? Like your coach goes, "Hey, listen,
Yes, let's compare your teenage years to NFL players.
hey, listen, we're gonna have a joint practice
wait.
with the other Catholic school that you
oh, in the
fucking
alley
hate."
did that with baseball
Like,
a
come
little
on,
bit
man.
ago.
Like, I wouldn't enjoy if St. Margaret's did a joint practice with St. Dennis, like
Right.
because we would probably beat the fuck out of each other.
I completely listen.
It's not good.
if
It's
you're-
not a good idea at any level, Taylor. And I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Like,
You're-
oh, that's a bad thing. That's a bad
you're
thing. Guess
going-
what?
because it drums up
Guess
publicity.
what the radio is filled with? People with bad takes every fucking day. Bad takes. I'm the king.
But
of
you're
it.
like my point is you're going up against another team that like in your eyes they're the enemy. At least when you're in practice, like you're not killing someone on your team because you know like at the end of the day they're still your teammate. Like you go in these joint practices and guys have no fucking mercy towards the enemy essentially.
And plus, you got to factor into the steroids and everything else.
I
mean,
don't know.
it's a lot
I
of
think it's-
hormones in their bodies.
I just think it's pointless.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's dumb. Taylor, you don't think it's a dumb idea, do you?
No,
All right. So
It's
next
entertaining.
topic.
He's
Yeah.
spot on. It's
I
literally
already-
entertainment.
I already
it's
said
not
my
even.
point.
It's
Yeah.
there's no cameras. It's
There's
and
no
the-
cameras.
There
the-
literally is
the cameras are
cameras.
far away.
Hard
and-
Knocks was there, you idiot.
No. Yeah, but that was heavily edited.
No, it wasn't.
Heavily edited.
So
But
that
Hard-
means they weren't there.
It was heavily edited.
It was doctored footage.
But speaking of
There was actually no fight
Speaking
between
of-
the lots.
speaking of fights, I gotta bring this up. All right, and I know it was a risky thing.
I'm afraid
to,
to
do,
hear what he's
but
gonna say.
I mean, dude, these Dr. Oz commercials, man. Dude, they're getting out of control, man.
Bro, he is a problem.
He's a big problem.
He
And
needs to just like
in
fuck
fact-
off back to Jersey.
in fact, next week he's coming on the show. Now I should actually actively try.
Mehmet.
I would love to have
Mehmet.
Mehmet Oz.
No, we
Mehmet.
gotta get Johnny Fetterman.
I would get Fetterman too. But
Let's get both of them on here and have an informal debate.
This is where we should have the debate from the nosebleeds.
Bro, Taylor, could you imagine us
Taylor's the
being
guy
the
asking
fucking
the question.
We're the
All right, so
moderators
first
of
Who,
the
of all-
who likes weed?
John
John?
Fetterman immediately raises his head.
Well, I
Alright,
mean,
cool.
you could probably ask him if he likes.
Dr.
a lot of
Oz is
other
like,
girls.
well, actually, it's really bad for your body because I'm a doctor, a TV doctor that knows everything about doctors.
Now, can you imagine if Dr. Oz wins? No, only for this for this reason. Like he's the new governor or whatever or senator from
Senator.
Pennsylvania. He wants to go to a Phillies game during his term at some point. Oh, it's an important guy, right? He's nuts, but he's a public figure, and he has to throw.
He
out
went
the
to an
first
Eagles
pitch.
game.
If he could do that to a tailgate, yeah. If he could do that, and Dan Baker could say, "Throwing out our ceremonial first pitch, Mehmet Oz." That would be a
That's
name.
all you want.
Yeah,
That's-
that's all I want to hear. I'm voting for him for that.
Oh
just
my
so
God.
I can hear that. No,
Seamus votes for politicians solely on the off chance they throw a first pitch out of the Phillies game
exactly like
because
dude,
he wants to hear the Dan Baker voice.
That's why I voted for Bush because George Bush. That'd be hilarious. But anyway,
I feel like it needs to be pointed out that Fairman did have a mild stroke during the campaign and still beat the shit out of Dr. Oz.
I know, but
Yeah.
he could use that as a crutch, and
What?
He
No,
had a
I'm saying-
stroke.
I'm
He
saying-
couldn't speak for
I'm-
like 3
No, I'm
months.
saying-
What
I'm
is, why is that a crutch?
I'm saying he doesn't use it as a crutch. I said he could have used it
Oh.
as a crutch. Like, why do you always think I'm anti people? Like,
Well,
all right, whatever. But all right, but there's a clear gap between who's the better troller and who's not.
Oh my God. It's not even close.
Yeah, I mean,
insane.
Dog, every single I don't know. We're getting too political here.
No,
but
this is
every
hard. This
single
is, like,
every
insanity.
single Dr. Oz tweet gets fucking ratioed by Fetterman.
So
Every one
funny.
of them.
it's so funny.
Dude, I don't even know why he bothers tweeting
I
anymore.
don't know. You got to think it's his staff, just like it's Fetterman's staff.
I mean, yeah, but like every
no, I get
you're
a feeling
getting,
that it's literally just him.
I don't know.
I think
he's
some-
old. He doesn't
I
do
think
social
someone said
media.
someone tweeted like it's very funny how Dr. Oz is against socialism, but he keeps getting publicly owned.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just a disaster.
But
But I didn't make the joke, but it was very
I'm
funny.
just,
But in all seriousness, don't political campaign commercials annoy you
Yes.
to no end.
yes.
And I don't understand
The Fetterman
why.
ones make me crack up. Though,
I know
to be
adver-
honest.
yes,
So do the
I
Dr.
know
Oz
I know
ones.
advertisements are vital to campaigns if you're running for office. However, I think most people, especially in our age group, just completely tune those
Dude,
commercials.
I can't
out.
Most
wait.
people turn commercials out in
I
general.
can't
Yeah.
wait till Gen Z gets of political office age to see what they do when they're running. Oh my God, it's gonna be funny as shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hopefully.
I gotta say, I still think to this day, the funniest commercials were Trump, Hillary, just because he
Yes,
Hillary, she's a prison. She should be in prison. Lock her up.
he should be in
Should have
jail.
been in prison for the past
By the way,
million years.
by the way, he should have thrown her in prison. Why didn't he?
Because that's his girl, bro.
Benghazi, bro. No, but
Speaking
Where are
of,
the emails?
right fielder Benghazi.
while while we're on the topic of I guess controversy,
Center
let's weave this.
fielder.
What are you about to pull this into right
I know.
now?
I was gonna say something. I was gonna weave it back to sports and say something about Kevin Durant and the Nets.
Oh, I mean, that was just a
Well,
little
he's
fucking-
staying there.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy to
It's
everyone
so
else?
dumb.
He just demanded the coach and GM be fired a month ago, and now he has to go back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's-
but Vince,
You're
Vince, you don't
telling me
understand-
Steve Nash isn't gonna be a little bit fuck this dude?
Vince, you don't understand. They sat down. They had a conversation. I mean, that
There's
changes
no forgiving
everything.
But also,
That
also,
changes
what is
everything.
Steve Nash gonna do? He has the best player in the world. In his
No,
team.
nothing. But you're still gonna be like in the back of your head, you're gonna be like, that's like getting back with a girl after she cheats on you.
I mean, I would
In the,
do it.
you could maybe say you forgive her, but in the back of your head, you might be sitting there with her and be like,
Hey, you were
dirty
fucking
bitch.
other guys.
Dirty
when
bitch.
you're always
Well,
supposed
luckily,
to be fucking
luckily,
bitch.
Steve
Nash
Nash
might-
doesn't actually coach. He just
That's
lets
true.
KD
No, but
coach.
I mean, he is a horrible coach.
Watch this year. He'll actually try to coach, and he'll bench KD when KD tries to coach instead.
I know you
Oh,
were. This
it's
is
gonna
why
be
you were
great.
trying to bring it up, but I mean, the answer is yes. I would go back with somebody who cheated on me.
Wait, some ESPN
I would
reporter,
easily do that.
some ESPN reporter tweeted just know Kevin Durant's reading all of your tweets, reading all of them. And
cares?
someone quote tweeted and said, "All right, cool. He should have read the Celtics defense."
see, Kevin Durant just gets shit on, right? I
Also,
mean, he is
the-
one of the best
the
players. of
the
our
Nets announced
generation.
they're going back to that white, red, and blue striped
for Ben
star
Simmons.
jerseys,
Mhm.
and someone said that's going to be traumatizing for Ben Simmons because they look eerily similar to
yeah.
the Sixers.
He might have to
jerseys.
take another year off. I mean, he
Dude,
really might.
No, he's
still-
ready to go for the beginning of the season,
I
according to
won't
his
believe-
people.
Now, do you think he's going
These
to play
people are
in?
fucking liars.
Well, what's the
Rich
over
Paul's
under?
been lying for years. I mean,
What is the over under for
number of games?
number of games Ben Simmons plays in? Not even
Zero.
stars.
The over under is set at 0.
No, but what do you think? Like, all right. In all actuality, in all
0.5.
seriousness, how many games do you think Ben Simmons will appear in this season?
Dude, I truly don't
No,
know.
I have no idea. The dude's a fucking.
I don't know what's
head
going to happen when he takes the NBA court again.
I
might-
don't know that he
might-
ever will.
I don't know
Seriously, we
either.
don't know.
He's gonna get out there and just like tear his ACL or something,
Well, I
going
mean,
up for a dunk. It would just
I
be
think
poetic
it's-
justice.
I think it'd just be a mental thing.
By
Like,
the way,
I think he might
I
just
thought
go
it was
into a full
hilarious.
fall off.
I thought it was hilarious because all week, obviously last week we talked about the candy store situation, but all week, Anthony Gargano has been referring to Ben Simmons as the Candy Man. So like like not even like a joking around. Like he'd be talking about the Sixers, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's where the Candy Man went up there,
Probably
man."
because you can't say candy
And,
ass.
and then like, dude, he kept calling him the Candy Man, and I was like, that is so genius. The way
You have to
he-
say his name 3 times in the mirror for him to appear.
Candy Man, Candy Man, Candy Man.
There's no mirror. You
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I don't know if Ben Simmons like cares about basketball. I don't know.
He likes the status of being a basketball player.
But like he has his millions. He can still have that status.
But he doesn't
even
have
if
a
doesn't
mansion
play.
in New Jersey anymore.
That's true. He sold it to Nick Castellanos. But
Yeah, and your cunnilingus exercises there.
yeah, Cunnilingus.
You guys going to try the Harden wine?
Oh, hell
Right
yeah.
fielder Cunnilingus.
All right, how have we gotten to this point of the show?
I don't know. We're talking about eating box.
Can I? So I think earlier in the episode, Pat said something about pickles. Am I correct on that? You mentioned pickles earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
I have a. Oh, no,
I
it's-
wasn't here.
I have a.
No, it's because you said something. I don't even remember why.
Pickles. Get the pickles out of my face.
You said something about ketchup and
Yeah, there we
onions
go.
and-
And you said pickles.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a
wait, are you
confession.
talking about the pregame show at the Wendy's?
No,
No.
no, no, no.
Oh,
Never mind. I said you should be relished about something. And you
oh
said,
and I
yeah.
said
And he brought up-
tomatoes and pickles.
yes. I want to make a confession. I didn't know that pickles were like cucumbers.
When you said that,
They're not.
I was
They're not.
dying.
No, they are.
No, they're not.
And I didn't know that.
They're a completely different plant.
No, they're not.
No,
Yes, they are.
Seamus, I just learned this too.
How come
pickles
cucumbers
are
taste like shit
So,
and pickles?
so
taste
pickles are
delicious?
cucumbers that have been
actually
pickled.
reverse that? Cucumbers taste delicious.
Okay, but one is a known sex toy. Can the other one be utilized in that way as well?
Probably not, because I feel like pickle brine would burn
Yeah, I mean that's gotta burn, right?
the innards.
All right, I'm just
yeah.
glad that you didn't know this either, so I'm not getting
Did
completely.
you actually not
roasted.
know this?
That pickles were also sex toys? No.
No,
Oh. Oh.
that pickles were cucumbers.
That pickles are pickled cucumbers.
But like, again, like, show me the proof. Like,
the
'cause-
proof is in the pudding.
bro. Where is the pudding?
The pickle pudding.
No, but seriously, where is the evidence of this, Vince?
What do you mean? What, like, you're just gonna deny it?
Has no one eaten the cucumber
Like,
here?
wait,
I
like,
have.
yeah, but you're acting like this is like just broke, like yesterday.
If you ever, if
No,
you-
but like I just found out.
Like, is this like CNN breaking news? And you have Brian Stelter for his last show ever. He's like, "Hey, listen, the pickle and the cucumber, it's the same. That's why Hillary lied and
No,
people
see,
died."
I said this in a group chat and got like fucking flat out roasted.
Bro, what? Bro? Who's roasting you about cucumber?
Your
You
brother
weren't-
was one of
there
them.
was a couple
What?
there was a couple days where you weren't in the group chat this week.
No, no, no.
Dude, that
different
was
group chat.
honestly the most peaceful I've ever been.
Yeah, same.
Oh my god, it was awesome. I can't believe like you guys have no lives and just like sit on the phone all day.
Oh my god.
You're
But
on
anyway-
Twitter all day, you
But anyway-
liar.
But anyway, yeah, for which you seldom show love.
What?
But
Seamus also. I had to add him back because I was continuing my music listen.
no, hold on.
Taylor, I gotta
hold
update
on.
you
I'm
on
not done. Oh, before the update. Where did you find this out?
I was scrolling on Twitter and someone said like, I can't believe that people don't know this, and I was like, what? And then I googled it, and I was like, holy shit.
So
Yeah,
you've
I-
never had a cucumber?
I've had a
I
cucumber.
have, but I didn't know.
I didn't know it either.
You never had a cucumber jewel pod, bro?
So I just thought like pickles
Bro,
like
what?
were grown the same way cucumbers are, and they were just two separate things.
So they're just naturally
Yeah.
salty as shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Is that crazy?
Yes.
That
no,
is
because I was in the same boat with you up until 5 minutes ago.
Because pickling something is like the
I
thing
didn't know
Literally
that was a
putting
thing.
Taylor,
brine
there's
on it.
no way you knew this before you saw that same Twitter thread. God damn it.
Wait, you've
dude.
never okay.
No, everyone did know this.
Nobody
and
knows this, dude.
What
I've
about
known this
pickled,
since I was, like,
pickled
5.
onions?
You're an Eagle Scout.
I don't even know what
They
that
teach
is.
you about that stuff.
Wait,
They don't teach you about pickles and cucumbers?
No.
wait, Seamus.
What?
Repeat that again.
What?
Pickles and cucumbers.
No.
What?
Vince said he didn't know what pickled onions were.
Pickled onions are the onions that, they don't look like pickles, but they call them pickled onions because they're in a jar.
Because they're pickled.
Yeah.
They're
You put
wait, what?
brine.
It's a
so
method of treating them. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a way of flavoring.
I put
things.
some on a cheesesteak earlier today for somebody who wanted the pickled onions.
So
You ever have
pickling is putting brine, which is like salty water and
Brian,
other,
welcome to the pickle hour.
other shit.
Salt and spices.
Welcome
salt
into the
And
and
pickle
vinegar.
hour.
Lots of vinegar.
Yes.
Lots of vinegar.
Yes. So it's just like putting that.
Big girthy pickle.
Yes, putting that big girthy pickle in a jar.
Oh. In a jar. Is that what they're calling it these days? No, but seriously, can it be used as a sex toy? The pickle.
Can you
I
I feel like you would
It's so
burn your
Yeah, it's so
insides. Yeah.
vinegary.
Yeah. So it could cause harm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that to happen.
and you're gonna put it in you?
Yes.
Of course
fucking-
you would.
Anyway, god damn it, I can't get. Speaking of Seamus being pleasured, Seamus was very happy I finally listened to a Bruce Springsteen album.
Yo. Oh my
I think that's
god.
the hardest I've seen him laugh.
Bro, that's insane. Dude, we gotta restart the show. I
You want
can't.
to?
We got to do a whole new hour with this new pickle, knowledge.
But yes,
He's a
Vince,
different man than he was when he found this out.
He's gonna go
by the
home
way,
and look at a pickle, look at a cucumber next to each other for like 3 hours.
but
tonight.
just because I say it, I wouldn't want that to happen doesn't mean to me.
Can we just
To
forget
anyone
about it?
that
Can
chooses to try it,
we should just forget about this.
I hope it doesn't burn them.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
But Bruce Springsteen's happening.
Guys are culinarily very stupid.
Yes,
I
Maybe
work in a-
besides you, Pat.
I work in the kitchen,
You didn't know what a pickle was. You don't know what pickled onions are. I'm not even sure you know what pickled onions are.
bro. All right, so go ahead, Vince.
You still don't know what pickled onions
Bro,
are.
shut up with your pickled onions, dude. This is America.
You work in a restaurant.
Bro, this is the land of the
said
free.
this is America.
This is the land of the free and the fried onions, not the pickled onions. Go shove your pickle up your ass.
Pickled carrots?
We don't do that. Remember?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't, but I hope it doesn't hurt. Oh my god. Yeah. So Vince started to listen to music.
So PSA
Yeah,
guys, don't shove pickles up your ass. From
Right.
Seamus's experience, they're not fun.
I mean, or try it because I kind of want to know what it's like.
Okay.
if you try it,
Please, can we, I'm
DM Seamus
begging.
on Twitter.
We could talk about anything else.
Oh god, go ahead with the music.
Oh, I was gonna just talk about how you were happy.
Yeah,
listened
I
to
was
Bruce
very
Springsteen.
happy because he listened to Darkness on the Edge of Town from start
Taylor,
to
I've
finish.
discovered that I'm not a Stones guy. I think I'm a Beatles guy.
He's a Beatles guy
That's okay.
because
Yeah.
he likes peace and love and not the
No, listen. I've still highly rated all of the Stones albums.
Wait,
Shut
I'm sorry. What doesn't he
I'm
like?
just saying, dude. If
Wait,
you
what-
sit down,
what
saying
doesn't he like?
start me
you
up.
sit down, Vince, and you watch an interview, not based on music. You watch an interview with Commie John Lennon, and who had it coming, by the way. Commie John, he did. He was,
Yo.
dude, he did.
It's because they put lyrics backwards in their songs, Taylor.
No, dude, it's because, dude, nobody that is that outspoken about injustice in the world
No,
and,
it's
that,
because of Catcher in the Rye.
and that has that big of a platform is
It was because of Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah,
It said
yeah.
right in there, shoot John Lennon.
Yeah, I know it did because the guy's crazy and he likes to catch her in the rye. But I mean, I don't say he had it coming, meaning good. I'm saying of course. Is anybody surprised about any of the assassinations that have ever happened, except for the Japanese one? That was bizarre. That I mean, that was
that
the
gun
most,
was sick.
that was the most bizarre story I've he didn't deserve to get assassinated.
Piece of shit.
I mean, he was, but I mean, dude, that's bizarre. It's
Anyway, back to the Beatles.
anyway, back to the Beatles
and not the
Pickles.
assassination of
Beatles.
Treviso Ape or whatever his name is.
It's all
Rest in
bad.
peace.
No, fuck that guy.
This show, by the way, is dedicated to the repose of the
Harambe.
soul of Shinzo Abe. But
No,
so,
Harambe.
so
We
you're
we
more of a
dedicated to
Stones guy,
Harambe.
right?
Listen, I've rated the Stones albums high.
Yes,
the
and,
Beatles albums have been higher.
Now take me through each track on Exile.
Now, I gave the first two 10 out of 10s I've given so far, Taylor. Do you want to guess what two albums?
Exile on Main Street.
No.
Oh, Stones albums?
No,
Nah,
no.
Overall.
I
my
don't
al-
think
Yeah, I mean, it's too many.
Ab-
There's a million albums you can guess
Abbey
from.
Road.
Nah,
probably.
Abbey Road got a 9.5.
Right fielder Abbey
Uh,
Road.
Revolver.
No, it was not a
Beatles
Beatles
listen to that,
album.
The White Album.
I could just tell you because
Yeah, that's
it's
too
like,
open end.
yeah. It was Billy Joel, The Stranger,
Interesting.
and Fleetwood Mac, Rumors.
I could see that.
I
That
wanna-
is
Good
one
solid
good
choice.
song.
Can I say something
One
though
good
about
song.
Fleetwood Mac?
They have
I
one good
was
song.
very surprised of I guess the lack of Stevie Nicks. I thought Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
like,
it's mostly
because
the guy.
most of the songs that have blown up by them have been her
ex-
leading.
yeah, I want to be honest. I thought the only lead singers of Fleetwood Mac were Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. I had no idea Christina what's her name, Christine McVeigh or whatever. The
Sean
third,
McVay, yeah.
no, do you not know who I'm
Isn't that
talking
the
about?
Columbine
Do you not know who I'm
guy?
talking about? The other girl
Yes,
that
yes.
is the lead singer.
Yeah.
I didn't know she existed.
Yeah, I mean, a
So,
lot of
like,
people.
when I heard a woman singing one of the songs, I was like, "This is not Stevie Nicks. Who the fuck is this?"
got a lot of people in that band.
Yeah, I think there's like 6 or 5
Yeah,
of
there's
them,
too many.
and they were all fucking too.
Oh yeah.
They all
oh,
fuck
yeah.
each other.
Dude, I was reading
With
like during the
Pickles.
recording of Rumors, Stevie and Lindsay were breaking up, and this other woman was married to one of the instrumentalists,
just
and they were
flailing.
married and divorcing.
They were slinging cock around town. Is what they were doing.
You're a
That's what
sick
they were
fuck.
doing. That's crazy.
Pickles and all.
But
Pickles and all.
to Seamus's
I still
pleasure,
think Tom Petty
I-
slept with Stevie Nicks. By the way,
He did.
what makes you?
No doubt in
I
my
don't
mind.
know.
I mean, he called her like my little sister.
Do you still
Yeah.
think
It's his little wildflower.
I still think that.
He wrote that entire
Mick Jagger?
album.
Mick Jagger fucked David Bowie, right?
Well, I
in
think,
a
well, we
closet,
don't know who was doing
backstage.
the fucking.
Yeah,
Well,
Seamus
I-
gets very sensitive about this topic.
And it's still.
Why are we doing this?
But that's not a confirmed
Because Seamus
report.
gets very sensitive about David Bowie and Mick Jagger fucking.
Well, I don't know.
You
who
get
fucked
sensitive
who.
about the fact that they had sex, or who was doing?
No,
the-
who's fucking who is what I
Yes.
have to know
yeah,
immediately.
who's top, who's
He,
bottom?
yeah, he wants to know that Mick Jagger was a top.
Mick Jagger was definitely the top.
Absolutely a top. yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Why,
can't see
why
it.
do you say that?
I
Did
can't
you,
see
do you
it.
say
Come
that
on,
based
you think David
on-
Bowie was topping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Bowie's
think
a little
oh,
100%.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
Taylor, we're on the same page here. I think
Definitely.
He's the
Bowie.
star boy, bro. He's up in the sky.
I think
Yeah,
David
he's
Bowie's a-
contacting the ground control and the major toms.
He is Major Tom.
He is
He
major
is
tom.
ground control.
He,
Yeah, he's
Ground
ground control.
control.
He's the bottom.
and by the way, horrible song.
No.
Not even.
Ground
I-
control, the major tom.
I have not listened to
I
any of
will
his music.
get-
The next album I'm supposed to listen to is "The Queen Is Dead" by the Smiths.
The
Yes.
Smiths.
I've never.
I
heard
don't
the
know them
Smiths.
really at all.
I love the
That's
Smiths.
Patti Smith's band, right?
No.
Oh.
Morrissey.
Take me now.
Oh, they're a Philly
baby,
band, right?
is, yeah.
I forget.
No,
No,
that's
they're
Came
very
Out
British.
Swinging,
They're very
Who the
British.
fuck am I thinking of them?
South Philly basement.
No, I'm not thinking of the one of yours. Never mind.
I also listened to "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd
Yeah,
today.
he told
That
us
was
3
interesting.
times. Bro, you
Great
said
song.
that song 3
Great
times
song.
in the group chat.
I said
Listen-
it once.
You should listen to Animals. It's like the political one. It's pretty
Okay.
good.
I had dark. Obviously, I wanted to listen to "Dark Side of the Moon."
Now,
because
are you
that's like-
more? Are you Floyd in or Floyd out?
That's not how
That does, yeah, that doesn't work. But I guess I'm Floyd in.
Okay, all right.
I liked the album. It was only 6 songs. See, it was 6
Most
songs, but
boring
like
band.
40 minutes. It was a crazy ratio.
Yeah.
Oh, very
It
boring.
had like 2 13-minute songs.
You know what you have to do?
Just a horrific band.
Take a fat edible, sit in a room with like lights just going.
That's exactly how I felt listening to Sgt. Pepper's last night. I was like,
That's a good song for that too.
I was like, I need to appreciate this high.
Well, it was 20 years ago. That
That album was amazing.
No, I gotta say, I think my favorite high
Dr.
album is Dark Side of the Moon though, because literally there's some points where you just feel like you're floating through space. There's like money and clocks floating by you.
isn't that like
had that
all
exact
in all,
experience
It's
numerous
just
times.
a
Yeah.
It's not.
another
That's the beginning, it's
brick
like,
in the wall.
No, where it does the beginning
Oh,
of
time.
like money and time. Yeah, sorry.
Time's the best song.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah. It's just in the beginning. It's like ding, ding,
You know what
and you're just
band-
like, dude, if you're high during that, you're like, what the fuck
I've
is
only-
happening?
I've only listened to one album by this band, but you know what band I predictably loved? Rage Against the Machine. My lib ass
Ooh,
loved that album.
That's disturbed.
They're all the same.
No,
Down with the
not even
sickness.
close.
Get
That
your
was-
chunky.
That was a
down
great
with the
album.
Sickness.
I feel like by the end of my journey, I'm gonna know more about music than Seamus.
By the end of your journey, where are you going?
You know, like my musical journey.
He's going to Ireland.
Yeah, where's your wrap update?
Well, companions.
Seamus-
only-
Yeah, so let's do a wrap
Seamus
now.
gave up on
Seamus,
that
where's your
earlier
wrap
week.
update?
No, I.
You
did-
were supposed to listen to Wu-Tang Clan like a month ago.
I have a job.
Oh, but you
I-
listen to sports radio all the time.
Yeah,
because-
right. You've time to call in the Anthony
Wait,
Gargano
yeah, you listened to
I didn't
Illmatic.
call into him.
or whatever. He
I tweeted him.
Look how angry
Same
he
shit.
got.
I tweeted the guy.
That's like the same thing. The boy.
Tweeted him.
And you're on Twitter all the
That
time.
was before I went to work. I was sitting down with my
Can
dad.
you not
my-
listen to music
I
at
was
work?
sitting down with my dad and my cat before I went to work, and Gargano said something, and I tweeted him, and he said Seamus, and that was it.
Speaking of music, I'm going to Madison Square Garden this weekend to see Harry Styles.
Why would you
That's
ever
pretty
like
lit.
choose to do that?
My girlfriend's a big
Oh,
Harry guy.
okay. That's good.
I also love Harry Styles.
Oh, okay, yeah. You would definitely go just by yourself.
Well, obviously, who the fuck would go to a concert by themselves?
I've
I
done
would.
that.
I went to Bruce.
I
by
met this
myself.
guy at Frank Turner actually, who literally was just like an absolute gem of a human being. And he was like,
What?
my girlfriend couldn't come. I just came here by myself. It's the first concert I've been to in like 2 years, and like I just had the fucking best time ever. And I was like, I respect the fuck
I
out of
once went
that.
to the
Hell
movies
yeah.
by myself,
How
and
does
I
that
like
make
felt
him,
insecure.
like a gem of a person.
He was just a great dude.
Like,
He
I
didn't
did
give a
that.
shit. What
I
do you
did
mean?
that.
Doing things by
Yeah,
yourself.
but you were
is
probably
free.
like Annoying people.
Probably.
Doing things by yourself is kind of freeing, but at the same time, like I went to the movies by myself once, and I was like, people are definitely. Like,
Did you?
this
You
weirdo.
know? Did
Who
you?
gives a fuck?
You know?
No, Seamus,
Oh,
you sick fuck.
I don't know. I feel
What'd
like
he
if
say?
you go to the movies by
He
yourself,
insinuated I was doing something disgusting.
He
Isn't there-
insinuated that Vince was jerking off in the
isn't that what
theater.
people
He
do when they
asked.
go to the movies by themselves?
What
Only
kind
in
of
trench coats.
yeah, right? What kind of movies do you go to? You go to like those fucking what are they? I don't even fucking theaters in like rundown neighborhoods where guys go and watch porn on the screen.
How
Like
many
the
dab
wash.
rips did you do over there, sir?
Oh my god, not enough.
You're sick. I feel like if people saw you like by yourself at a concert, like they'd take shelter
Oh God.
Bro, why?
because like they'd think that something bad was about to happen.
Have you ever gone to a concert by
What?
yourself?
I just told you, dude.
Yes.
I went to go see Springsteen September 3rd, 2016 by myself.
That's dangerously close to 9/11.
no, it was
Yeah.
All right, dude. Whatever.
Wait,
Did
hey,
he mention that?
Seamus.
Did he mention it?
Oh my god.
Did he sing his entire album about
no,
it?
he didn't. He didn't.
Oh wow, what a
We're
fraud!
less than 3 weeks away.
From what?
9/11.
By the way, Bartram's got to remove the airplane, dude.
We
Please,
talk about this on
for the
every
love of
episode.
No,
God!
he's got to add buildings.
Or to add an
Add buildings.
explosion or something.
Oh, while we're on the topic of music, real quick, Noah Richardson was on
I'm
this
John
podcast. a couple-
Barchard, and 9/11 is when I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be happy.
Noah Richardson was on this podcast a couple weeks ago. His album comes out at midnight.
Yep,
It'll be
2
out
hours
by the time it
away.
comes out. Check it out. Yeah, John Barchard needs to get rid of the 9/11.
He's got to
planes.
stop.
No, he needs to add more.
What was
We
he-
need
there
two
was only
planes,
one 9/11,
2 buildings, one of them with explosions at the bottom.
and we need the field in Pennsylvania. We need everything.
Yeah, we need him to add every possible scenario that could have
The
happened. in 9/11.
Pentagon.
What if he just leaves it after the Detroit game?
That would
Dude,
be incredible.
That would be insensitive to the victims of 9/11. From the grave. You don't think they have like Twitter heaven or heaven Twitter?
Oh my! What?
Heaven Twitter? Is that what your heaven's like? You Twitter fiend?
Seamus's afterlife is nothing but like white, but he has a
Tweets.
phone and
Yeah.
it has Twitter on it.
Here's what I think
Yo, can
about
we-
he
student
just
debt.
calls it a Gargano all day.
Can we talk about? Can we talk about how
Yo, Shames, remember when we were both alive, bro?
while we're on the topic
Judas, he's still down there.
while we're on the topic of 9/11, can we talk about how crazy it is that like for
That
example, like,
happened.
no. Like I was like, what was I 2 years old when that happened?
Bro,
Like, hold on, let me finish my point before you cut
that
it.
shit was
Can I
wild.
finish my point before you cut me off? I was like 2 years old when that happened, so I wouldn't even remember it. But like every single year in like school when 9/11 would come up, they would play it on like in school and they'd make us like relive it. And like they would show you the people jumping out of burning buildings like on fire. And like how fucked is that? I was like 6 years old and I was having to watch like people like kill themselves like on live TV.
It's a good lesson.
Well,
like-
it wasn't live.
Well, like, but like you get what I'm saying. Like I would have to.
At the time, it was.
Like, why, as a country, are we so obsessed with reliving that trauma that we're like, hey, you're
Bro,
like in first
bro,
grade.
Because
Here's
they want to
9/11.
they want to brainwash you into thinking that the
Vince.
reason that we're in the Middle East is a good reason.
no,
True.
But Vince,
Boom.
why
But,
did
like,
they also have no
broke your
problem
brain.
with showing us a whipped, bruised, and battered Middle Eastern man being
Well,
crucified,
ask Mel Gibson
bloodied to a pulp?
that. Ask Mel Gibson that. But like they
He didn't
wonder.
write the
Dude,
Bible.
they
My dad didn't think that movie was bloody enough.
yeah, that's my favorite thing your dad's ever said. But like they wonder why like people my age are like fucked up with mental issues. Maybe it's because we were like 6, we had to watch people kill themselves on TV, and then like the internet like expanded so fastly. Like I was watching people be beheaded like
And
when I
Vince,
was in
Vince,
like
by the way,
8th grade.
Dude,
Like,
you're
no wonder.
you're so right. Like, because I think that is like the most horrific thing you can do. And my grade school was like that way with 9/11, of course. Dude, we used to have like a prayer service
Oh, yeah,
every
every year.
9/11. And they would
Hold on.
make us sit in silence when, you know, that hour happened when the first plane hit. Ding, ding.
what happened?
The ding.
Hold on. I
ring
have
the
a-
bell.
I have a story that's gonna.
Ring the bell?
No, literally, they would ring a bell.
Ring
They did the same thing in my school. It was the same
The
way.
plane
Where,
is
first
6 or
plane.
it
7?
was literally. Did you ever have like? Wait, did you go to Catholic school as a kid or no? All right, so
I'm
even
itching
on
to
like
tell a story. Hold
on fucking Easter Friday when you would go to mass
Oh, yeah. they
or
do.
Good
Good
Friday,
Friday.
whatever the fuck it's called. They ring the bells when Jesus died at like 3 o'clock.
Here they come.
Yes. And why?
Everybody.
Like, why do we care? And how do they know?
Can I wait while we're talking about fucked up things that
Yeah.
happen in grade
Jesus
school?
was born in April.
I think my grade school takes like the cake for this.
Okay.
So in 7th grade, keep in mind I don't condone the story I'm about to tell, and it was horrible.
You
looking
probably
back
did
on
at
it.
the time. though.
Taylor's bracing himself.
No. So in
I mean, you
I
used
went
to,
to
you
a I
know.
went to a Catholic school, in 7th grade, we read the book To Kill a Mockingbird.
Great.
So
great book.
first, amazing book. First of all, I always found it funny how like white teachers are like, I have to say this word when the N word comes. They're like, I have to. Like it won't
I'm
hold.
just reading it.
Like that's what I mean. They're like, you have to understand this. Like it would make the same point if you didn't say it, but that's not even what I'm talking about. So
No, I agree with
we
that.
read To
They
Kill a
shouldn't say it.
Mockingbird, and like we had to do a bunch of tests and projects about it. And then there was this 2 days we had, and we called it Slave Day. And
what?
And in this, and
What does that
the
mean?
concept of
You
this,
called it
hold on.
what?
The concept of
No.
keep in mind, we had black kids
It
in our
is
class.
perfect for Fox Chase.
So we had
Yeah.
we had to get assigned a partner. Like say it was me and O'Leary, and one day O'Leary would be my slave, where he would carry my books, my book
No
bag, my
way, dude.
lunch.
What
and
was
then
the point
And
of
then the
it?
next day, I would be his.
Bro, this sounds illegal as
Um,
shit. Dude.
listen,
like,
I never thought about it
no
until
way
I got
that
older.
happened.
So wait, this was like what,
This was like
2011?
the
for you?
2012,
Bro,
yeah,
2012?
2012.
Bro, that's like way after they should have
right,
been doing that.
right hand to God, this happened, and like I had
God's
like,
not real.
multiple black classmates, so I could like as I got older and realized how fucked that was.
Wait,
I was like,
what's
dude,
the
how
point?
uncomfortable like
Wait,
do you
what's
think they
the-
were? The point was
I
because
would be uncomfortable
because we read To Kill a Mockingbird, which has obviously some extreme racial undertones. It's a racial book.
Yes.
So like that was like what they thought was a good idea to make us understand.
So they were basically
So
saying,
this is
like,
what slavery is like.
do you like, doing shit for your friend? Because that equals slavery.
Dude,
Like what? Like
it
that's
was-
not even like a good
Try
analogy.
I
help
don't know
from my
how that
friend.
passed through my
Yeah.
entire school, and like everyone was like, "Yeah, this is a good idea."
Horrible idea.
Yeah, that I had to share that. It absolutely fucking
What
insane.
is Taylor doing? Taylor's like,
I'm testing out my new camera.
oh, okay, all right, that's very bizarre.
Why do you
You're
have to
gonna go
mention
home?
it?
Are you gonna go home with your cucumbers? Or
Yes.
Oh no.
no, but Vince, that was like a pretty good point you brought up about 9/11 too. Because, no, seriously, because
Drilling the trauma into
because
us.
dude, like why, like as like
Children.
a child, like dude, like for example, dude, like, and the reason why we're laughing is because it's so ridiculous. But like, dude, like, it was a school shooting, okay, like.
Oh, I got a
some
good story after this, hold on.
like maniac loser in Lancaster like shot up like an Amish schoolhouse or something. So like my school thought it was a good idea to explain to us what happened. Keep in mind we're in school. So my principal goes, yeah, there was a school shooting in like Lancaster. We have to go to everyone has to go to the gym now. Not for like, I was like, all right, are we like, is there like shelters there? No, it was so we could pray for the people that just got shot up in another school. It's like, this does not seem safe or appropriate. Like, why would you like inform children that there was a school shooting
Well,
when they're at school?
well, listen. Nowadays, you have to.
I know,
because,
but
like,
dude,
it
I don't
happens
know,
like
but,
every other week.
They love to like put children in bad situations.
I got a really funny story actually I just heard yesterday. So one of my friends, she's an admissions counselor at SJU, and her fiance is a college counselor at prep now. So I was talking to him about prep and stuff, and like our dean there, he's an absolute riot. He was there when I was in high school still. He is a former FBI agent. I think he's from Baltimore. He has seen like so much shit in the FBI. Like he was the kind of guy that was like on the front lines, kicking in doors. Like he was, but basically they were trying to go over the active shooter stuff. And his idea, and this is what they're going to be doing apparently, is that
Breaking news
they're
from
gonna-
within the FBI.
there's this company that comes in
Sources.
with paint guns.
Bro,
they,
what?
they like break into your school with paint guns.
And what does this do?
It's an
Like,
active shooter drill.
so it's just a drill?
Yeah,
No.
but wait,
These
but wait.
FBI agents want to pellet little
No,
children
it's not
with
an FBI
paintballs.
agent. It's not an FBI.
Why?
They're
What
just-
is
this
the
is
FBI doing to our children?
This is a company that does this. Just like a company.
Why do they have the ear of the FBI?
No. Oh my God, you didn't get this point at all. My dean is
Your
a former
uncle is
FBI.
an FBI agent that's going to shoot a bunch of kids with paintballs.
No.
Oh.
But so basically, this is the way they're going to do an active shooter drill. And apparently, one of the big topics of discussion amongst the faculty was whether or not they would be told that this would happen.
Oh boy,
Dude,
Like when it was going to happen. Dude, could you imagine you're just in school one day and you have no idea an active shooter drill is about to happen? You see a guy just like in the hall with like what looks like an M16 paint gun.
That
imagine like
you're just
It's just trauma.
The lengths this country will go to
yeah,
to do anything except
Yes.
for just like
What
put
will
like some
work.
significant gun.
exactly. Which will work.
Like,
but
hey,
nah.
how about instead we bring paintball guns and unknowingly surprise kids and give them
But dude-
lifelong trauma?
and then-
Imagine you're getting shoved into a locker and some idiot walks in with a paintball gun. Like,
dude, you're gonna carry that trauma for if you're walking in the hallway.
That's double the trauma.
If you're walking in the
You got
hallway,
the
and
wedgie and the paintball.
you're walking in the hallway with your books. And you look to the left, and some guy is walking in the
In,
hallway.
like full camo.
Yeah, right.
like what the fuck?
I'm just imagining a guy in, like a full paintball suit.
In that moment, you think you're about to fucking die.
Like is it like the common like conversations at lunchtime like for high schoolers in the very near future going to be like, yeah, thank God that paintball guy's like didn't show up this year, or hey, is a paintball guy coming today? I don't know, could be coming tomorrow. Like kids are going to start wearing like protective gear.
They
school.
already like
No,
this-
for
this is-
guns, but
yeah.
paintballs would hurt more because you're going to survive that.
Paintballs hurt more than bullets.
I mean, you're going to survive the paintballs. You're not going to survive the bullet.
no shit. That's what the
How do you know?
bullets-
I mean, you might, but you know
If you get shot in like a lower extremity, you're fine.
that's true. You know what? The guns aren't a problem. You're probably going to get your toe blown off. You'll make it back.
Hey, Fox News said arm the kids. So there you go.
Welcome
I
to
fully
Tucker
support-
Carlson tonight. I'm Tucker Carlson. Today's topic: your kids need guns now. And then like Bill O'Reilly comes on. Well, Tucker, I think you do make a good point. We got to start
Dude,
giving our kids guns.
I know we're getting way too political tonight, but it's funny. I honestly think the best part of him, and there's like one, is just the tone he talks in.
Yes.
He talks like everything's a question.
Yeah.
And his face the whole time, he's like, he just like scrunched his face.
And it's very fun. Like, again, we're getting too deep.
Can
into,
you
like,
believe this happened?
Like he played.
A pickle is a cucumber.
He was talking about the Mar-a-Lago.
What does that say about us?
He was talking about
Is it true?
He was talking about the Mar-a-Lago raid. And he played a MSNBC clip where someone that's like I don't know exactly what he was, but some kind of professional, and the guy was like, Trump had top secret nuclear documents, and Tucker was like, top secret nuclear documents, top secret nuclear documents. This is what they want you to believe, and people are like, there's no arguing with him because he'll just say what you say back.
Yeah.
In a he's like a child.
He's
Yeah.
a
Like
bully.
if you say like, yeah, Donald Trump had top secret nuclear documents, he'll be like, Donald Trump had top secret nuclear documents.
Or like, sir, a plane is
Like-
crashing into the North Tower of the world.
Oh,
A plane is
please.
crashing into the North Tower of the world.
That's his rebuttal, and the fucking sad
Oh,
part-
did the Tower 7 blow up
the
too?
funniest
If
part is
if the glove doesn't
it
fit, you
works.
must have quit. Oh, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
like it works though. Like the millions of people that watch him be like, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tucker
By the
got
way-
him there.
By the way, I wish the great Johnny Cochran was still alive. Because if he was still
Rush
The
alive,
guy that
Limbaugh.
got off OJ.
yeah, because he's got a great name, a Dan Baker name. First baseman
No.
Johnny Cochran
What if
I never in my life
Jr.
thought I'd hear Dave Baker introduce
I could introduce
introducing
whoever you
Johnny
want.
Cochran.
I could introduce maybe Jesus Christ. I was going to go something else.
what about Rush Limbaugh?
Phillies shortstop Rush Limbaugh?
Rush is like a left fielder.
No, he's a catcher.
No, he's a right fielder.
Phillies pill addict Rush Limbaugh. He did. He had a problem.
I know.
But he conquered it, and then he died. But no, seriously, I don't mean to like offend people that pill people.
Dude, if you listen, oh, okay. never
No,
mind.
seriously, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just saying Rush Limbaugh is a guy that says, "Oh, you can't fuck anybody because Jesus," but yet he had a good time with the pills. So I'm just saying
And
he's a
probably
hip,
fucked
and probably fucked like heavily.
children.
Hey,
That's not the
yeah.
route I was
He's
going. with.
definitely on the Epstein logs. I have no
Uh,
doubt in my mind.
They say Barack Obama's on that.
He's
list.
not high enough.
And they say
I don't think he's of that stature.
every Democrat.
No, but he is, on pills. So it's like he could do anything.
By the way,
Nobody
he
would
did
know.
a segment like celebrating the death of people who died from AIDS.
Yeah.
During the height of the HIV.
Didn't
AIDS
we do an episode like
Yes.
right after
Yeah,
Rush
yeah, we
Limbaugh
did.
died?
We did.
Yeah, and we like totally
Celebrating his death.
disparaged him. I don't
Rest in
celebrate
peace.
this.
Celebrate good times.
Rush
don't-
is dead.
I don't celebrate that.
Celebration.
However, he
I
was
do.
a scumbag, and Donald Trump just
However.
had to give him the Medal of Freedom. I mean,
I mean,
of all people,
it makes sense.
of all people, it's like, dude, those people are like, Vince Scully, Larry King,
While we
Bruce
were-
Springsteen,
I think
and Rush
Trump-
Limbaugh.
I think Trump should hire. Apparently, no one wants to be his lawyer in this Mar-a-Lago
Right, yeah.
thing. I think he should hire Tucker Carlson
No, he's
because
gonna
of what we just
represent
said.
Yeah, but
Tucker Carlson will just throw it back in their face.
That's true.
Objection.
Like,
But Tucker Carlson probably low-key is like a registered Democrat, like probably doesn't care about anything.
Well, he's vaccinated.
He's vaccinated.
I mean, he was on CNN until Jon Stewart came on and like
Mhm.
destroyed him.
Exactly. How about CNN? By the way, this is way too political right now, but CNN is going into all different directions, and apparently the new owner
cares?
is leaning right, so he's trying to take the network into a more centrist a worldview, which doesn't
It's
make sense.
already
because
centrist.
Yeah, right, it's
you
already
can't get
pretty
much
centrist.
centrist than what CNN was. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that might turn
That'd
into
be-
Fox News
Listen,
Light.
Tucker Carlson being his lawyer would be pretty funny though. Like, and Mr. Trump, you stole the nuclear documents. Objection. He stole the nuclear documents.
I just think it's hilarious that Rudy can't represent him because Rudy's also under criminal investigation for high crimes. So I mean, these guys, you know what? It'll be funny. I don't wish jail time upon anybody.
Massive cheating.
Except for like
cheating.
murderers.
Wait, do you know who Laura Loomer is?
Nah.
She
She
is like
lost.
she's
She's
like
a loser.
She's like a far right like crazy person. Like she's like Trump, but she's banned. She got banned from Uber and Lyft because she tweeted that she hated that she couldn't find a taxi without a Muslim driver.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so she's like a nut job, and she
Wait, that doesn't make sense because like even if you're bigoted, like do you think Muslims like can't drive?
I don't know. But in 2020, she ran for some Florida congressional district, won her primary, but then lost the election. And this year she ran again and lost her primary and went on TV like sobbing in tears, like saying like that she was like, "Oh, they cheated. The Republicans need
Yeah,
to
I
do
know,
something about this."
With zero evidence.
Does she? Not only that, she's saying like the Republican Party needs to do something about the cheating. She realizes that in the primary, the Republican Party is running that election.
Yeah.
So now they're stealing their own elections.
Of course it doesn't.
Stop the
make-
steal,
no,
bro.
But,
Stop the
I'm-
steal.
like this is like a ha-ha laugh joke, but like it's also really like fucked up. It's like we have gotten to the point where they can't lose. It's just cheating every time,
Yeah, it's cheating everything.
no matter what,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a
no matter
dangerous-
who, where, or when, or what election it is. If they lose, it's just cheating.
And that's what Donald Trump did for this country. He brought down democracy. With his loss, he also took democracy down with him. In a way.
Dude, I wish I could relive
now nobody-
January. That
because
was
now
that
a
was like as fucked up as it was. It was
Vince really wanted to
hilarious
be at the
watching that.
Capitol. Really
yeah,
wanted to be
I
at the
really
Capitol.
wanted to be, building 7 area 20 some years ago. But
Come on, bro.
I did. I would have loved to like witness, the documentaries about the dogs that went into the hotel and saved a bunch of people.
Well, no.
You know how every 9/11 on the History Channel they do the documentaries, right? Well, there's all sorts. There's one documentary about the hotel that you stayed in
A month prior.
a-
Yeah.
a month prior to its demise, about a service dog that went inside that hotel and saved people from the rubble. So that would have been nice to see. Like if you're thinking like
Oh, to be a fly on the wall of Building 7.
Hey, at least you could get out of there easily.
I guess.
bro, we gotta stop.
I actually got like destroyed by my parents because me and my brother
because they were
we
foreign.
were down the shore. We were down the shore and we were like, talking about the possibility. I don't even know how this came up. My brother was talking about 9/11 randomly at the ice cream shop.
I mean, I can't say that.
And we were like,
ice cream.
yeah, we were like pondering if maybe
nice
it was
ice
a
cream conversation.
like maybe it was an inside job. And my mom and dad were like, if I was someone who like survived or like someone whose family died 9/11, I'd come over and like smack you.
And you should have looked right at him and said, "Never listen to my podcast."
I quite literally said, I hope you guys never listen to my podcast.
No,
Either
but-
one of them,
So,
really.
so
Yeah.
wait, were they saying that like 9/11 is not a conspiracy?
I don't know.
Like, what were they saying?
They said we were talking about it too casually.
Bro, like you're talking about a world event,
And then they
Like,
got very, very upset because I said, how come with you guys it's always black people need to forget slavery but
And
never
9/11.
forget 9/11?
oh my god!
And they
dude.
were like, how dare you? And I was like, well, it's a fact that you say that.
Oh my
That's true.
god!
But like in all
Vince is just
seriousness,
destroying our parents.
Because they don't listen, so it's okay.
But Vince, I've heard like your parents' argument before about like, oh, if somebody's cousin happened to be in the North Tower and they were standing here, they would slap you. But it's like, all right, I can't put myself in their shoes. But if somebody I know died on 9/11 and I overhear somebody talking about 9/11, I'm not going to go over there and like say something.
Right.
It's a historical event. It's not like an obscure moment in time.
Listen, if
I mean,
Pete
two
Davidson-
airplanes crashed into skyscrapers. Like
That is what happened.
I mean, that's.
I don't think you're breaking.
I'm not even like laughing at that. I'm just saying like I feel like we're too sensitive to that, even though it happened like 20 years ago. Insensitive, I mean, because dude, you're walking down the street, you hear like engines, like way too close, and then all of a sudden you see an airplane fly into a building,
Dude, people are
and then another one.
people are still too set. I got roasted on Twitter last year because
is that not insane? To
I
you?
got roasted on Twitter last year because I made a tweet
Some
where
guys
I said,
just said, "All right, yeah, I'm taking this one."
I said, today it was the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and I think I said like Saturday is the 20th anniversary of one of the biggest days in American history. Can't believe Jay-Z's The Blueprint is 20 already.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
And I got fucking roasted for
yeah,
that.
because guess what? The 9/11 families really care about what
But
you're
keep
tweeting.
in mind, me, the lib, I'm the snowflake.
Yes, exactly.
Not the people who cried about my
and who
9/11
got
joke.
triggered about 9/11.
I didn't even
National
make-
anthem.
Never trust anybody that gets triggered by disparaging 9/11.
Also, like Jay-Z's The Blueprint was pretty impactful, right, Taylor?
Very impactful.
One of his best.
What?
By the way,
I
Boz,
might like the black one a
Boz
little bit more.
Skaggs released
okay.
an album on September 11, 2001. The great
He was the
Boz
cause.
Skaggs.
What's
I
your favorite
can't-
Boz album?
Lido Shuffle.
That's not an
Do you
album.
think?
I wonder. Oh, that one.
Do you think like Jay-Z was pissed? Like he didn't even give a fuck that people died. He was like, God damn! Like really, Al Qaeda really
no,
stepped on his
if-
release day.
Just because he's from
Yeah,
New
it's
York,
true.
no.
Like, do you think he wrote Empire State of Mind like 10 years too late, or like do you think he was going to release it on that day?
Does that song bring you back like traumatic memories?
Empire State of Mind.
Yeah.
Mind.
Why?
Why would because of the
Wasn't that
Yankees?
2009?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
a
was like the only song they
no.
played.
I remember,
every
dude,
commercial break.
Jay-Z actually performed in Game 6 or Game 5, whatever game we lost at.
I go to Game 6.
I think it went 6, 5. Maybe it was 5. No, I think it was 6 games. But they lost in
I
6.
remember it as a beatdown.
No,
No, they
Oh my
won.
God,
I think
bro.
they won here, didn't they?
yeah, so it went 6 games.
Okay.
But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But they were at Yankee Stadium, and Jay-Z does the whole performance. But it was so badly done that I mean, the lip sync. He was so off that it was embarrassing. And I remember saying, "We're gonna beat him in the World Series," and he's lip singing. That is like a
We're
double
gonna
L.
beat him.
Yeah, and then Shane Victorino came in clutching, grounded to softly to Robinson Cano to end the game, and the series, and my dreams. But anyway,
that hurt.
yeah, that was terrible. But so getting back to 9/11 and being how insane it was.
Yeah,
It
we
was
can't stray too far from 9/11.
before we end the show. I just want
College
everyone.
football's back? Yes.
Yeah,
Hell
college
yes.
football's back.
Yes.
I'm actually
Uh,
excited. I love college.
Brian
football.
Saban and Nick Saban and
Who's
Nick
Brian
Castellanos and Bill Russell. They're
Ready
all
for
gonna,
Nebraska to kick off in Dublin?
what?
That's fucking lit.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Nebraska's playing Northwestern in Dublin.
Nothing screams Ireland in college football.
Yeah.
Nothing screams Ireland like Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska, which is a Springsteen.
I
album,
love
but-
college football, man.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I've never played college football, but I do like to watch it.
Oh, yeah,
I played football at a college. Does that count?
Nah, because I played football at Villanova too in the Parade of Champions.
No. I just played football in the St. Joe's Field.
I played soccer on St. Joe's Field. Does
Yeah,
that
but you
make
weren't
me
good at it.
Ronaldo? Does that make me Lionel?
Well, no, 'cause they
Richie
didn't
or
play
Messi,
college
whatever his
soccer.
name is? What's that?
They didn't play college soccer.
I played frisbee on that field. I played baseball on that field. I've ran sprints on that field.
Really?
I played wall ball on that field.
All right.
There's
Who
no
gives a
wall
fuck
near
about
to
St.
play.
Joe's?
I do. I
Well,
went
you
there.
went there, so you give a fuck, I guess.
I was
I've
actually
also
just back
played
there
soccer on
yesterday.
Lower Marion High School's field, so I'm basically Kobe.
He played basketball.
He played basketball, Kobe Bryant.
Oh, it was just Mamba Day the other day.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out.
Shaq tweeted all about it.
Do you follow Shaq?
I do. I love Shaq.
I feel like you wanted to
DJ
make a point
Diesel.
that you got off of.
What's that?
Didn't you want to make a point?
No.
You said you wanted to go back to 9/11.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't want to go back there now because now I'm sad about it.
And you guys getting 10K?
I already paid mine off.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yo, you're getting it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, I think my brother's like entire like tuition is paid off or whatever it is, loan or something.
Yeah, I
don't know.
think. Yeah.
It's a loan.
I love
No, his state loan, not his private
So
loan.
is
though.
Pell Grant.
I
Yes.
just
Yes.
I love watching people that are like 40 years old have like breakdowns about it. Like,
Oh my
I
God,
paid
Facebook
mine
has been
off.
hilarious.
Like John Marks from WIP.
Yo,
Imagine-
my man was getting
Dude,
roasted.
He got roasted by
Yo,
the Fink.
Imagine if every like social problem had the same
Hold on,
mindset
let me
as the
pull up
people that
John's,
have like the people that are saying like, oh, I already paid mine off, this isn't fair. Like nothing would ever get done if everyone had that mindset like throughout history. Like imagine if like some elderly woman in the early 1900s was like, wow, you can't give women the right to vote. I could never vote.
By the way,
like,
John Marks was actually
it's
a
a cr-
guest on this show before.
Wait, what did John Mark say? He said it's
Something-
bad?
Yeah, I mean, the take
Jesus
is so
Christ.
bad, it's not even.
I mean, he just had a bad take on the death stuff.
Yeah, it's
I think the best.
we'll
the
talk
best-
about this more
Okay,
on the
go
Stars
ahead,
and Gripes if
please.
it ever
I'm
happens.
Let's go.
I'm just saying it was bad. It was a bad take. in
What
my
did it
opinion.
say?
I don't have it right now.
It's
Hold on.
it's either you're for or against it. There's no like middle. To
I think
it. Doesn't
that's
matter.
the best comparison or the best analogy I saw was if somebody found the cure for cancer, then like
Yes, I saw that one.
how
And someone was like, "Oh, this is unfair to all the people that already died from cancer to give everyone this."
Yeah.
Like, I think the funniest like disparity between me and like the older generation is things like this, because they'll be like, "Oh man, I hate that they gave 10K off the debt," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't really like it either." And they'll be like, "Yeah, they shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "Oh no, I don't like it because they didn't take enough off."
yeah.
exactly.
And they're and, like, I went to a friend's 4th of July party maybe 2 years ago, like a family party, and this was like at the height of like the vaccine, and his uncle was like he's vehemently like against the vaccine, against Biden, all that shit. So we were having a debate, and I said something about free education, free healthcare, and he said, "You better be careful talking like that in public. People might think you're a socialist." And I like deadpan, I was like, "I am a socialist." And they like audibly gasped. Like,
But dude, like, why is that term so taboo?
but because
Because
of
it's
where we've grown up,
associated with
because of where we've
communism.
grown.
But it's not even. It's not
Seamus, it's
communism.
because
I know,
of-
but it's associated with it,
No,
and
but even-
communism every time it's tried to be
People
tried
don't
to
even
been
know what
enact,
people don't
has
even
become
know what
fascism.
Seamus, people don't know what these words mean.
That's it.
Everything they don't like is either communism, socialism, Marxism, fascism. They don't
Radical left.
radical
John
left.
Marxism.
Like, they don't know what these words mean. And
That's
like,
good. That's
honestly,
good.
I'm not like gonna get on everybody, because we grew up in a country where like from your birth you're like taught these things are bad.
Yeah.
So like no wonder everyone thinks they're bad. I've said this before. There was a Jordan Klepper video where one woman had a sign that said mask mandates are fascism, and another woman had a sign that said mask mandates are communism. And he asked a woman like, "Well, which one is it?" And she was like, "It's both." And he's like, "They're diametrically opposed ideologies, right?
Yeah.
Like, they are the as far the opposite way as you can fucking go."
so
People just don't know what these words mean. They
Yeah.
just say
they're
them.
buzzwords. Yeah.
Exactly.
they're brainwashed.
Anything they don't like is Marxism or communism.
Well,
or
I mean, it was like
socialism.
that in this country before. With the
Red
you know,
Scare.
The Red
Like,
Scare. Oh no.
They
All the
make-
Hollywood
like,
people getting arrested.
Honestly, while we were talking about political ads.
McCarthy
The
and all those
political
dudes.
ads that go against Joe Biden make him sound so much fucking cooler than he really is. Like radical leftist Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a fucking Republican, basically.
He's
I wish he was the fucking monster they make him out to be.
dude.
I wish.
He's literally Trump light.
He
Yeah.
literally
He's
is.
like not overtly racist, but he votes on like
We're
like
ending the
same
we're
shit that
ending the
Trump voted
podcast
for.
here, but listen, we're not cult members as far as our fucking politicians go, but
Not politics.
if you're still saying that Biden is like a terrible president because gas prices went up that like he had nothing to do with, you're kind of a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not thrilled with this.
No, but
overall
I'm just saying he's
presidency. But I tweeted
the
out the other day.
Inflation Reduction Act, chips,
Yeah.
this,
I tweeted out the other day, like
the
dude,
gun
like,
reform bill.
Don't be a partisan hack. That goes for
Oh,
all,
yeah.
all Americans.
Fucking SoCal Philly, if
You-
you're listening
you
to
have
this,
to
you are the
give-
biggest dumb
you-
fucking idiot on Twitter.
You have to give credit to a president for if he does something right.
I get so mad when you argue with that guy because he's an open QAnon supporter.
I know, but you know what? God bless him.
No,
Yeah,
fucking
him and Taylor.
God,
dude.
God damn him. May God damn him. May his God abandon him.
No, don't say that.
All right, let's wrap this
About the
fuck up.
invisible man in the sky.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for listening to our conversations about 9/11. I know it's all your favorite.
There was a
topic.
long range of dude. We went from
Next week we
cucumbers
have,
and
by the
pickles
way-
are the same to 9/11.
By the way,
this might be
I
our
mean, it-
widest range podcast.
Yeah.
we have a big show next week. The ghost of Regis Philbin will be in studio, along with the ghost of Larry King. So
Johnny Marks.
bring your suspension.
Oh yeah, we'll bring
suspenders.
Johnny Marks on
Yeah, we'll bring
It-
what? We'll bring Marks on again. I
to,
don't care.
to debate.
He's a
about
nice.
whether-
He
Yeah.
actually is a nice guy. He
No,
just had a-
John's great.
yeah,
He just had a bad take.
yeah. He had a bad take, and that's his opinion. And he's an
Yeah, his
American,
opinion's
and
wrong.
he can have that opinion.
Yeah, and his opinion can be.
And by the
fucking
way,
stupid.
we are trying very hard on recruiting a special guest, a real special guest who's not a ghost. So hopefully we'll
He
have
is
some
living
updates
and
for that.
breathing.
Yes, he's living and breathing, and he's probably sleeping now.
Stream Dead to Me by Noah Richardson, midnight tonight, or whenever
Yep.
you're listening to this. That's all I got to
Buy
say.
our merch.
Just
Peace out.
Just keep trying
Go
to
Phillies.
keep trying to
Go
you know,
Birds.